Good morning, sir.
Okay, so this training is related with Fortinet Firewall, and today we'll focus on topic discussion. We can hear you. Okay, Praneeth, if you have any question, you can unmute your mic and you can ask your question. Okay, now, so let's start our topic discussion first today. What topic will focus in our complete training? So in Fortinet Firewall, we have approx 14 topic to discuss. 14 topics, and these topics are related with NSC 4 training. Okay, everyone, in Fortinet, we have multiple certifications. Okay, NSC 4, NSC 4, NSC 5, NSC 7. So we have multiple certification program in Fortinet. This training is related with NSC 4. After this training, you can go for NSC 4 examination. So we have approx 14 module to discuss. This complete training, everyone, will take minimum 24 to 28 hours minimum. What I can provide you from my side, I can provide you slides and notes. So today, after this session, I will share slides and notes for this training. Lab setup software so that you can create lab on your laptop. I can help you, okay? In session, I can help you how to set up a lab so you can do your practice. Let's start our discussion with first topic. It's called introduction and initial configuration. So in introduction and initial configuration, we'll focus on product family. Okay, Jaswinder, Pradipta, Praneeth, Suresh.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we are familiar with other product, right? Maybe you are working with Cisco router or Cisco switches, or maybe you guys are working with any other vendor firewall device. Okay, so like in Cisco, we have Cisco router series, Cisco switches series, right? Okay, we all know, okay, which series of the router is suitable for a small organization, which series of the router is suitable for large network. So same concept we have in introduction and initial configuration will focus on product family information. Okay, what is Fortinet product family? Okay, series, I'm talking about series, physical firewall device or VM firewall device. Okay, which firewall is suitable for my organization in case if I'm working in a small network, like entry level network. I'm working with 50 computers or 100 computers. Which series is suitable? Because in Fortinet, we have entry level firewall device. We have entry level firewall device. We have mid range firewall. We have high end appliance. So we'll discuss product family information. After that, you can configure, you can access this FortiGate firewall device. You can manage through CLI option. So we'll focus on how to access FortiGate firewall device through console, through CLI, how to manage. We'll focus all basic CLI command. After that, you can go for graphical access. And yes, we will configure our FortiGate firewall device with graphical page. 90 to 95% configuration you will configure through graphical page. That's why it's popular, Jaswinder. Okay.
Sorry, Kumar,
Fortinet,
I want,
Palo Alto.
sorry,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes, you can ask.
You said as a we are doing NSC 4. What is the difference between NSC 4, NSC 5, and NSC 7? Because this is I have no idea about the 14. This is the first time I'm doing
No,
it.
no
And
problem. No problem. No problem.
and
I
one
can.
more thing, sorry. Do the 14 do the switches as well? Because I got one switch of 14.
40 switch.
Yeah, 40 switch.
Yes, it's a separate training. It's a part of NSC 6.
Okay. If you
Yes.
can explain NSC 4, NSC 5, NSC 7, please.
See, this training is related with NSC 4. Okay. NSC 4 is related with Fortinet Firewall. In this training, you will learn how to work with firewall device only. Clear?
Yep.
So for example, you have one firewall, two firewall, you can manage, you can access, you can configure. Okay, these topics you can discuss here. After NSC 4, You can go for some advanced training, like for example, you can go for NSC 5. In NSC 5, we have two separate modules, FORTIMANAGER and FORTIANALYZER. These are two separate Fortinet products. FORTIMANAGER we are using to manage multiple Fortinet product from a centralized location.
Like an ISP.
Not ISP, you can say.
Okay, different location of the same
Vendor,
company.
in every vendor, we
Yeah.
have centralized management option. Okay, like if you have 10 Palo Alto firewall and you want to manage 10 Palo Alto firewall from a centralized location, so
Mm-hmm.
you have a device is called Panorama. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
same in Fortinet. If you want to manage multiple Fortinet product, you can go with separate training, separate device training. It's called FortiManager device.
Yep.
Pradipta, clear? Praneet, Suneet, Suresh.
Okay.
FortiAnalyzer is a separate device. In FortiAnalyzer, you can store all Fortinet product log. Then you can go for NSC 6 in case NSC 6 for FortiSwitch. FortiSwitch is a separate product in Fortinet.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can go for NSC 7. In NSC 7, we have two separate modules, Enterprises Firewall Training, and you can go for SD-WAN. It's a popular right now, Suresh. Fortinet SD-WAN implementation is popular right now. So my point is, this is the sequence, everyone. Okay. Once you finish your NSC 4 training, then you can plan for NSC 5, NSC 6 or NSC 7. But you can start from here. Clear?
Yeah, got it.
Sir, is it mandatory to NSC 5 and NSC 6?
Suresh, can you repeat the
When you
question
are,
again?
is it mandatory to learn about certification of NSC 5 and NSC 6?
Your voice is not clear. Can you please? Are you using any headphone or earphone something?
Yes, yes, sir. Is that about?
Suresh, you can ask your question again.
Yeah, one. Hello, sir. Is it audible?
Yes, Suresh.
Is NSC 5 and NSC 6 is a mandatory, and right we can go to NSC 7 for SD-WAN.
You can directly go for NSC 7, no problem.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, sure.
actually, now they have a different kind of certification. Okay, they have FCP certification. In Fortinet, now we have FCP, Fortinet Certified Professional.
Okay.
Suresh. So you
Yes.
can give so for FCP FCP Fortinet Certified Professional to become FCP Fortinet Certified Professional, you need to give two exams. One NSC for Fortinet Firewall and one FortiManager. You can
Yes.
give two paper to become Fortinet Certified Professional.
Okay.
Now we have FCSS, Fortinet Certified Security Specialist. For FCCS, you can go for NSC 7. You need to crack two exam, Enterprise Firewall and SD-WAN. Okay. Let's focus on our topic, everyone. I hope it's clear. We have a multiple certification, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my point is, in introduction and initial configuration, we'll focus on how to access FortiGate firewall device through CLI option, through graphical page, how to manage with graphical page. We'll discuss here. After that, we can go for basic initial configuration, like how to take a backup, how to go with restore option, how to upgrade operating system. For example, I'm working with 6.2. I want to upgrade with 6.4. So how to upgrade firmware, we'll discuss here. How to create multiple firewall administrators. So for this, we have a concept is called RBAC, role-based access control. You can create multiple firewall administrator to manage your FortiGate firewall device. So our back concept we have how to configure interfaces, everyone. Interface configuration. So yes, like other vendor, you can go with physical interface configuration and logical interface configuration. Just vendor, any idea about logical interface? Do you know
No, if
any
you can,
logical interface option?
no, if you can explain, please.
Logical interface, Suresh. Jaswinder, have you completed your CCNA training?
Yes, I did CCNA training, but it
Logical
was a
interface, you all know. See, remember loopback?
yep,
Yes, sir.
It's a logical interface, Jaswinder.
Yeah.
VLAN interface,
yeah.
it's a logical.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Channel, it's a logical interface. Clear, everyone?
Yep.
It's not a new topic. My point is you can configure like other vendor. You can configure your physical interface. You can work with your physical interface. You can work with your logical interfaces option. How to configure. Now, so this introduction and initial configuration will take minimum 2 to 3 hours to finish. Only this first topic. Now, after interface configuration, you can go for routing implementation. So now you can configure routing on Fortinet Firewall device. But if you guys remember, for routing concept, Suresh, we have a dedicated appliance, right? We have a router device. We have a router device, everyone. On router, we can configure a routing concept like a static, dynamic, and default option. So why we are using routing on firewall device? Because it's a next generation firewall. So you can utilize next generation firewall features. But in case, my point is, in case like other vendor, yes, you can configure routing on Fortinet firewall device. Fortinet is giving you option. If you want to configure routing, you can. In case, for example, in your organization, you have a FortiGate firewall device, but you don't have any router. You have a FortiGate firewall device. You have a FortiGate firewall device. You don't have any router. So you want to connect your firewall with internet. So yes, you need to configure routing like default routing towards ISP. So my point is routing is required, okay, on any firewall device in case if you want to implement routing concept. So in routing, I'm not telling you the story. What is a static routing? What is default routing? You guys all already know, right? What is a static routing? What is default routing? What is dynamic routing concept? Dynamic routing. Here I will tell you how
Yes.
to configure. Pradyupta, any question? Here I will tell you how to
No,
configure
sir.
dynamic routing here. Like for example, how to configure RIP on 14 firewall device, OSPF protocol, and BGP, border gateway protocol. So routing is important, and yes, you can configure on 14 firewall device. So please revise everyone. Please revise your basic routing concept. Okay. Before this topic. Now, after routing configuration, yes, you can connect different network. Now, next topic is NAT. NAT is important and common topic for any L3 device, for any next generation firewall. Praneeth, if you remember from CCNA class, okay, if you remember, we have 3 type of NAT. Static NAT, dynamic NAT, and PAT option. Can anyone help me? What is a static NAT? Anyone? Suresh, Jaswinder, Pradyupta, Praneeth. Can anyone help me? What is static NAT?
One to one means
One-to-one
one
mapping.
public to
One-to-one. Thank you. One-to-one mapping. In a static NAT, we can go with one-to-one mapping. You need to create your translation entry statically, right? What is dynamic NAT? Praneeth?
Private IP.
Private IP. What is dynamic NAT? Suresh. In dynamic NAT, we can create a range of public IP address, right? On L3 device. In PAT, we can translate multiple private IP address with single public IP. No problem. I will revise, okay? We'll revise our basic NAT, then we can go for the Fortinet NAT implementation. Jaswinder, clear?
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll
Yeah.
revise, no problem. So, but
Sorry, my
my
CCNA
point
was
is
really
what?
bad. Sorry, my CCNA was really bad, so that's why I'm here.
No problem, no problem. See, so now the point is what? Here you can implement NAT, but in Fortinet, this is CCNA. But if you guys remember, in CCNA we have 3 type of NAT, but in Fortinet we have 2 type of NAT implementation. First, we have source NAT implementation, and second option is destination NAT. And it's a common concept, everyone. Source NAT and destination NAT you can configure in any next generation firewall. Only the configuration option is different, but you can configure same concept. So what is source NAT? What is destination NAT scenario? We'll discuss where we can use source NAT, where we can use destination NAT. We'll discuss. Okay, so to configure source and destination NAT in Fortinet firewall device, we have 2 configuration options. First option is called firewall policy NAT. And second option we have is called central NAT. Central NAT. It means we can configure source and destination NAT with firewall policy NAT configuration option. Again, source and destination NAT we can implement with central NAT configuration option. So only this NAT topic, my point is only this NAT topic will take minimum 2 to 3 hours. So this is clear? Pradyupta,
Yes, sir.
Jaswinder, Praneeth.
Yep.
Now, so NAT we are using only for translation, everyone. Remember always, we can use NAT only for translation. You want to translate your private IP address into public IP, you can implement NAT. Okay, but if you want to allow your traffic, okay, here you have a firewall device. Okay, this portion is your LAN portion. This side is your public side network. Okay, this is port number 2, port number 1. So if you want to allow your traffic from LAN to WAN, this portion is what? LAN. This portion is WAN side network. In case, everyone, in case if you are working with Palo Alto firewall or Checkpoint firewall, okay, or Cisco FTD, Cisco Firepower Threat Defense. So these firewalls are called JBF firewall. Palo Alto, Checkpoint, and Cisco Firepower Threat Defense, FTD. These are called zone-based firewall. So if you are working with any zone-based firewall, so the concept is if you want to allow traffic from one zone to another zone, you need to create policy. Like in Palo Alto, you can create security policy. In Checkpoint, you can create access policy. In FTD, you can create access control policy. But Fortinet is not a zone-based firewall. No. In Fortinet, we have a concept. If you want to allow traffic from one interface to another interface. In Fortinet, if you want to allow traffic from one incoming interface to other outgoing interface, you can configure firewall policy. So for translation, you can configure NAT, but if you want to allow your traffic through the firewall device, you can configure firewall policy. So how to create firewall policy? Okay. If I want to create 100 firewall policy, 200 firewall policy in my organization, how to create, how to work, how to edit, how to modify, how to delete, how to create firewall policy with graphical page. Okay, in case if I want to manage through CLI, how to manage through CLI, how to configure through CLI. So yes, we'll discuss this option in firewall policy concept. So to allow traffic, firewall policy. For translation, NAT option is available. Now, these are called next generation firewall features. These topics, web filtering. Wait, we can add one more topic. File blocking. So these are called next generation firewall features. These are next generation firewall features, or you can say in FortiGate firewall device, you can say security profile. And it's a common concept, everyone. If you are working with any next generation firewall device, it's a common concept. In Palo Alto, you can say security profile. Same concept we have. So these are called what? Next generation firewall features. So here we have a my point is here we have a FortiGate firewall device. Okay, this portion is LAN portion and this side is ISP side. Okay. This inside machine is trying to access this outside server, this inside machine. Okay, we have port number 2, for example, port number 1. As per our firewall policy, so yes, I have a firewall policy. As per our firewall policy, traffic is traveling through the firewall device. This inside machine can communicate with this outside server. Now, this inside machine is trying to download a file. It's trying to download a file. Maybe this file is infected with some malicious code, or maybe it is infected with virus. Then only your firewall policy cannot detect this malicious information. Clear my point? Jaswinder, Suresh, Praneeth, Pradipta. Only your firewall policy cannot detect malicious information, cannot detect malware, spyware, virus. No. So what you can do here? Here you can use next generation firewall features. Right now, into this scenario, you can create antivirus profile. You can create antivirus profile, and this profile you can attach with your firewall policy. You can attach with your firewall policy. So behalf of your antivirus signature database, your FortiGate firewall device can detect virus and can take action based on your configuration, based on your profile configuration. You want to block? Yes. Firewall can detect and can block virus or malicious information. Okay, so this is what next generation firewall features. Same, we have next option. See, here we have application control. So FortiGate firewall device is the next generation firewall device. So this firewall can detect application, Like you want to block Facebook application, you want to block YouTube application, you want to block Google application. You can do this with application control concept. Application control concept. In Fortinet, you can say application control. In Palo Alto firewall, you can say app ID, application identification. So with application control, yes, you can work with any specific application. Or in case if you want to block complete application category, okay, I want to block all social networking category application. Yes, you can do this. You can do this with application control. Fortinet can detect application behalf of application signature database. Clear my point?
Sorry, one quick one.
Clear my point, everyone? I'm giving you basic idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll discuss in detail. We have this is what a separate session. For each topic, we have separate session. Jaswinder, Suresh, Pradipta, Praneeth. Praneeth, any question?
Okay.
Praneeth, clear?
Yeah, clear, sir. So
Okay.
basically, you're telling that so this firewall can also do the URL blocking.
Yes, URL blocking is called web filtering. Okay.
Okay.
In Fortinet, you
And
can say web filtering concept. So
okay.
you can
And
block,
then
for example, here I have a URL. For example, here I have a URL, this URL. I don't know anything about this URL, but I want to block. I want to block in my organization. So I can do this with web filtering. I can do this with web filtering. So you can work with any specific URL, or in case if you want to work with URL category, okay, you want to block complete website category. Okay, I want to block all political organization website. I want to block all news and media category website. I can do this with web filtering. Okay, we have.
so
Yes.
Yeah, so who's gonna update this political URLs, or is
You
that
can see,
40
you can download latest URL information, latest application information, latest antivirus signature information from FortiGuard server. Pranit,
Oh, yeah, I got it,
you
sir.
need
So
license. You need
okay,
license to utilize these next generation firewall features. Once you install license in your box, then you can connect your firewall device with FortiGuard server. You can download all the latest information.
okay, so FortiGate vendor itself will
It will automatically, yes, you can
automatically, yeah,
just click on check now. Okay, if your firewall is connected with internet, I will show you, Pranit.
yeah, sure.
When we will discuss this profile, these profile option, I will show you the license information, how to install the license, how to download latest signature update. I will show you.
Okay, sure.
But my point is right now,
Y-
your firewall can detect application behalf of application signature database. How to download, we'll discuss.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Now we have a next concept. It's called file blocking. File blocking is what? In FortiGate, you can say in file blocking. In Palo Alto, you can say file filter concept, file blocking or file filter, you can say. So you can work here, you can work with file type. You can work with file extension here. Okay, I want to block exe file or PDF file in my organization, PDF file. No one can upload or download exe file or PDF file. So you can do this with file blocking or file filter profile. Clear these profiles option, Jaswinder, Suresh,
Yes, sir.
Praneet, Pradipta.
Yeah.
So
So,
we can stop the sharing also, right, sir?
sorry,
File sharing. File sharing. We get also the file sharing also.
file share. Yes, you can upload or download. Okay, you can block.
Yeah.
No one can upload, no one can download.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next is called firewall authentication. What is firewall authentication? So here I have a firewall device. Let's discuss. I have a firewall device. This firewall is connected with this inside machine. In LAN side, I have a switch. Okay, and this switch is connected with LAN computers. This portion is ISP portion. Now, this inside machine, this 192.168.10.10, this inside machine is trying to communicate with this 8.8.8. For example, as per your firewall policy, you can configure your firewall policy. As per your firewall policy, your traffic is traveling. Okay, this is port number 2. For example, this is port number 1. So in policy, you can define your incoming interface. So traffic incoming interface is port number 2, outgoing interface port number 1. You can define your source IP, destination IP, and then you can take an action. Yes, I want to allow. Please match these information and allow traffic. So this inside machine is traveling. This 10.10 can communicate with this 8.8. So as a firewall administrator, if I'm trying to verify log information related with this firewall policy, okay, for example, this is rule 1, okay, this policy name is rule 1. As a network administrator, I want to verify log information. So in log, I can only see IP address information. I have what? I have source IP information, destination IP address information only. Jaswinder, Praneet, Suresh, I don't know which user account. Clear my point? Maybe onto this machine, multiple computers are working on a different time, right? Everyone?
Yes. Yeah.
Multiple user account, multiple users are working on a different time. So I have only IP address information. I don't have full visibility. I don't know which user account is trying to initiate this connection, which user account is trying to access this malicious file, which user account is trying to download this malicious application, malicious link. So for full visibility, we can discuss firewall authentication concept here. what we can do, we can create a user account. We can create a user account, and we have two options. You can create a user account in local database. So you can create a user account in local storage, everyone. Okay, in local storage. Local storage in FortiGate firewall device. So if you are working with small network, you can create user account in local database, and you can utilize in your policy configuration. Like you can define source user is user 1. So this time firewall will check user account information with IP address. So in case if you are working with small network, you can go with local database. But in case if you are working in a big network, okay, you have remote authentication server in your network, for example, okay, you have LDAP server, or you can say Microsoft Active Directory, LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, or maybe you have Radius server or TechX server. Okay, these are what? These are called remote authentication server. So like, for example, in your network, you have here Microsoft Active Directory server, ADDS. Everyone clear my point?
Yep.
ADDS. And these computers, they are participating into this domain, ADDS. So what you can do as a firewall administrator, you can integrate your firewall device with ADDS server. You can do integration. So this time, if this inside machine is trying to initiate his connection, first he can log in with username, password. Then he can initiate, this inside machine can initiate traffic. Firewall will check username and password in ADDS, check firewall policy, and now traffic is traveling. Traffic is traveling. This time in logs, you can verify user account information with IP address. Suresh, Jaswinder, Pradipta, Praneeth, clear my point?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is that like ClearPass is also a server that uses authentication?
Sorry, can you repeat your question again?
The ClearPass.
ClearPass.
Yeah, the Aruba ClearPass, is that an authentication server that also works on the firewall?
I don't know about this Aruba ClearPass. Okay. I have only idea about ADDS, Radius, and TechX. Praneeth.
Okay. Yeah.
These
So
are remote authentication server. You can create user account. These are centralized database. Praneeth, okay? Centralized database for user management.
So I have
Most organizations, they are using ADDS.
ADDS. Yeah, that's for sure. Like,
Yes.
what is the difference between this Radius and Tacker server?
See,
Like,
this
if it
is not our
it's-
topic, okay?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
no problem. See, no problem. I can tell you. Radius we are using for open standard, okay?
Mhm.
And TechX is what? Cisco standard protocol. But we are not going deep, okay? For Radius and TechX configuration, Praneeth, we have a separate appliance. It's called ICE.
ICE, yeah. Cisco
Identity Service Engine.
Service Engines, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So here you can discuss. Here you can focus on, okay? But in our
Okay.
training, I can tell you how to do integration with remote authentication servers. So in our training, we'll focus on this ADDS server. I can create Active Directory server. I can do integration.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, we'll discuss.
Oh.
Suresh, any question?
Yeah, no, sir. No.
Okay, now, so I can work with this remote authentication server, no problem. But in case, everyone, let's talk about another scenario. In case, if I have some guest user here, I have some guest user, 2 guest user today in our organization. So I cannot connect these 2 guest user with our Active Directory domain service. No, because they are the guest user. I cannot connect with ADDS. In that case, what you can do? Because I want full visibility. Okay. These computers, they are participating in ADDS domain. So I can monitor now. Now, if anyone trying to initiate traffic, I can monitor. I have visibility. But what about this guest user? I cannot connect these guest user with ADDS server. So here we can use a concept is called captive portal. Okay. Captive portal concept. Captive portal concept. In what we can do, we can enable captive portal concept here on port number 2 onto this LAN interface. We can enable captive portal. So this time, this inside machine, this guest user, he can connect his cable with switch. He has IP address information and he's initiating traffic. This traffic will go and hit onto this LAN interface. Then captive portal is enabled here. So firewall will provide him a captive portal page. Firewall will provide him a captive portal page. In captive portal page, he need to authenticate with username and password. And you as a firewall administrator, you can create some user account in local database and you can provide to this guest user. Sir, you want to access internet services? Please use this username and password. He can type username and password. Now traffic is traveling to outside. So this time you have full visibility. You have visibility for your domain users. You have visibility for your guest user. Clear my point? Jaswinder, Pradipta, Praneeth, Suresh?
Yes. Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, Suresh.
Separately, you have enable this captain portal option. There's default is that is enable.
Captive portal. You can
Yeah.
go on interface configuration, Suresh, and you can just enable a checkbox. I will show you.
Okay. Yeah.
In practical,
After
I will
that,
show you how to enable captive portal. Okay.
Okay.
But right now, concept is clear. Basic concept.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we'll focus on virtual domain. Virtual domain. So in FortiGate, you can say virtual domain, or in short, you can say VDOM concept. VDOM concept. Same concept we have in Cisco firewall device. So what is virtual domain? We can divide our single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. Okay. For example, I have a single box. Okay. I have a single box. This box is connected with a switch. This is LAN portion. In LAN side, we have multiple departments, everyone. Multiple departments. So this is what? Marketing department, sales department, and HR department. So my requirement is I want dedicated appliance for each department. Okay, I want to configure separate type of firewall policy, NAT policy, okay, other configuration for each department. Or you can say for marketing and for sales, I want dedicated L3 firewall device, and for HR department, I want dedicated L2 firewall device. So into this scenario, you need 3 separate physical appliances. That is the issue. If you are going with 3 separate physical appliances, then what about cost? So here what we can do, we can buy a single big box, and with the help of license, we can divide our single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. This concept is called virtual domain or virtual firewall concept. I can create marketing firewall device. I can create sales firewall device, HR firewall device. And these interfaces are called resources. These interfaces are called resources. Now this time, marketing traffic is traveling via marketing firewall box. Sales traffic is traveling via sales firewall box. HR traffic is traveling via HR firewall device. So now we have 3 separate firewall devices, and there is no any communication in between these firewall devices. We have 3 separate appliances. Yes, Suresh.
Sir, can you repeat again?
Sorry?
Yeah, can you repeat again this one, sir? Marketing, sales,
Marketing, sales, and HR. Now we can assign resources. These interfaces are called resources. Port number 2, port number 3, port number 4, port number 5, port number 6, port number 7. So now marketing traffic is traveling via marketing. Sales traveling through sales. HR traffic is traveling through HR. And now I can decide I can use this marketing and sales firewall as a L3 firewall box. I can use this HR firewall as a L2 firewall device.
Sir, you told me we can take two separate switches or two separate firewalls.
We have a single switch.
Okay.
Just to have divided In LAN side, we have multiple departments.
Okay.
Multiple
Interface,
department means what? Multiple VLANs, right?
Yes, VLANs. We can take
VLANs.
same
So
stuff.
marketing VLAN traffic is traveling via marketing firewall.
Okay.
Sales VLAN traffic is traveling via sales. HR VLAN through HR
HR.
firewall.
Okay.
Clear? Can we take a break for 5 minutes, everyone?
Yes, sir. Without VLAN, we can do, sir.
VLAN is what? You can do this. VLAN is what? VLAN is for, wait. How you can say it's a department, multiple departments? How you can say it's a multiple department behalf of VLAN, right?
Yes.
VLAN is what? Separate department. Different
Okay.
VLAN cannot communicate with each other, right?
Yes.
So we have a separate marketing department. It means separate VLAN,
Okay.
separate sales VLAN, separate HR VLAN. Clear?
Yes, sir. Without VLAN, we can do, sir.
Without VLAN,
Yeah.
without VLAN, how you can say it's a department?
Yeah, we can give the series for 10 series, one
So
department.
it's a single network. So why you need
Yes.
see, separate firewall means what? Separate box.
Yeah.
So on each firewall we have a different subnet of IP address.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
We'll discuss
Yes,
in
sir.
detail, okay, right now. But try to clear the basic concept. We can divide
Yeah.
single firewall
Yes.
box into
Yeah.
multiple virtual firewall box.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yes. Jaswinder, Suresh, Praneeth, Pradipta, let's take a
Yes,
break
sir.
for 5 minutes. We can continue at 10:47. Please turn off your mic.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, sir. Don't.
Everyone, can you hear me? Jaswinder, Pradeep, Suresh, Pradipta.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's discuss. Let's continue our topic now. So next topic is what? Layer 2 firewall. So remember, always we can use our appliance, we can use our box in two mode. Okay, either you can use your box, your firewall box as a layer 3 firewall, or you can say NAT mode firewall. Second option we have layer 2 firewall, or you can say transparent firewall. So I have a firewall device. Okay, for example, I have a firewall device, and this box we are using as a L3 firewall device, as a NAT mode firewall. So these interfaces are called L3 interfaces. So we can configure IP address here. We can configure IP address here, right? We can configure routing, NAT, VPN, because it's a layer 3 firewall device. And yes, it's a next generation firewall, so we can utilize next generation firewall features. Now, in case if you are using this complete box, this complete firewall box as a layer 2 firewall, so these interfaces are called layer 2 interfaces. It's not a switch port, everyone. It's a layer 2 interface. It means we cannot configure IP address onto these interfaces. We cannot configure routing onto this box. NAT, no. VPN, no. But it's a next generation firewall, so we can utilize next generation firewall features. Clear my point?
Yes.
Jaswinder, Praneeth, Suresh?
Yes, sir.
Now the question is, in which scenario we can use our complete box as a layer 2 firewall? Because you can see here, with layer 3 firewall, we have great features. With layer 3 firewall, we have great features. We can configure routing on box. We can configure NAT on box. We can configure VPN. We can configure IP address here onto these interfaces in case if we are using this box as a layer 3. But with layer 2 firewall, we have limitation. We cannot configure routing, NAT, VPN, no IP address configuration on interfaces. So in which scenario we can use our firewall box as a layer 2 firewall? We'll discuss here. Clear now? Everyone clear now? Our next topic is login and monitoring. So this topic is very important. Okay, in this topic, you can verify all type of log messages. As an administrator, yes, I need logs to verify, to troubleshoot our network, to verify session information. For example, if someone will hit on NAT policy, if someone will hit on firewall policy, if someone will hit on application control profile, if routing packet lost, if interface down, I want to verify log information. So login and monitoring, here you can verify all type of logs. And if you want to store your log, you have two options. You can go with local database. Okay, you can store your logs in local storage. Or in case if you want to send all your logs on a remote logging server, okay, like you have syslog server, or if you have SNMP server. So yes, you can send all your logs on remote logging server. In Fortinet, we have a separate product. It's called FortiAnalyzer for logs. But this is separate product, separate device. It's a part of NSC 5 training. Our focus is local logs verification and how to send logs on syslog and SNMP. You can go with packet capture option, packet capture, how to capture our packet, live packets. So you can go with CLI command. With CLI command, you can use diagnose sniffer command. Diagnose sniffer packet is a command to capture our live packet information. Okay, you can go with graphical page. Okay, for example, I want to capture my live packet and I want to open in WireShark. WireShark is a packet capturing tool. Everyone, right?
Yeah.
WireShark is a strong tool. Okay, in WireShark you can get detailed information. So in case if you have any idea about WireShark, so yes, you can capture your packet graphically and you can open this packet in any packet capturing tool. Popular tool is WireShark. So my point is, in login and monitoring, you can verify all type of log information for troubleshooting. Now, next topic is what? VPN implementation. Chapter number 12 and 13. These two topics are related with VPN concept. So first, we will focus on what is VPN topic, what is VPN concept. And now, if we talk about implementation, so we have two type of VPN implementation. First is called IPsec. IPsec, and second VPN we have is SSL VPN. IPsec we are using for site to site VPN connectivity. Site to site VPN is what? We have branch office A and branch office B. If we want to connect these two branch office over this untrusted network, over this public network in a secure manner, if you want to connect, so you can establish VPN tunnel here. You can establish VPN connection here. This connection is called site to site VPN. Okay, one site is in Bangalore, one site is in Delhi. So yes, you can go with site to site VPN connection. For site to site VPN configuration and connection, you can go with IPsec. In Fortinet, we have 3 labs for site to site VPN implementation. First, we'll discuss route base site to site VPN. Next lab we have is called policy base site to site VPN, and third option is called template base site to site VPN. So we have 3 separate labs only for this site to site VPN implementation. For site to site, we'll discuss IPsec. So what is IPsec protocol? What is IPsec phase 1? What is IPsec phase 2? What is encryption, hashing, authentication? We'll discuss here in chapter number 12. So this topic is related with site-to-site VPN connectivity, and we have 3 separate labs. Clear my point? Praneeth, Suresh, Jaswinder?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
We have another type of VPN implementation. It's called remote access VPN. Next is called remote access VPN implementation. So what is remote access VPN? In remote access VPN, outside user, you can say remote user, you can say, or home user. He is trying to access company private resources. For example, this portion is your DMZ network, demilitarized zone. And this side you have multiple servers like web server, FTP server, SMTP server. So this outside user, this home user, he is trying to access company private resources. Okay, he has simple Wi-Fi modem at his home, or you can say he has internet connectivity. So to access private resources, he need to establish a connection first with his laptop, mobile phone, or tablet, desktop. He can establish a connection first with this VPN gateway device. And once this connection will establish, this connection is called remote access VPN connection. Once this connection will establish, then yes, this outside user can access private resources. And this complete connection in between his laptop and this VPN gateway device is fully encrypted or secure, you can say. This type of connection is called remote access VPN. And to configure, to implement remote access VPN, you can go with IPsec or you can configure with SSL VPN option. So for site to site, we have a single option. You can go with IPsec. But for remote access VPN configuration, we have two options. You can configure remote access with IPsec or you can configure with SSL. Now the question is, what is the difference in between IPsec and SSL? Because we have two options for remote access. Which one is a popular option? We'll discuss.
SSL.
We'll discuss. In topic, we'll discuss. Which one is a popular option and why? Now, if
Yeah.
we talk about SSL implementation, so we'll discuss two options. First, web mode implementation. And second option we have is called tunnel mode. So you can say web mode or you can say clientless SSL VPN. Web mode, it's called full client. So it means only these two topics will take minimum 5 to 6 hours to finish. Praneeth, any question? Suresh, Jaswinder?
Nah, there's a lot of questions, but when we start the topic, there will be so many questions.
Okay, no problem. Praneeth, any question? Suresh, right now. Clear now? Just basic idea?
You have something you have mentioned something about demilitarized zone. I have a question
Demilitarized
regarding
zone,
that,
yes.
but I have a question. I don't know the concept of demilitarized zone. Maybe you when we come to IPsec, I hope you cover the topic there.
DMZ is a zone, simple topic, okay? I will see, we'll discuss. Actually, we have three networks, see. LAN and WAN and DMZ. So LAN is what? Your private network?
Private, that is
Like for example, this portion is your LAN network. Right? WAN is what? Your public network? Public network. So we all know LAN and WAN. Where we need DMZ? So DMZ is called demilitarized zone. Okay, let's take an example. We have only LAN and WAN. Praneeth. Let's take example. We have only LAN and WAN. So here, this side, this portion is LAN. Okay, so I have a switch here. In LAN side, I have multiple servers, for example. Okay, multiple servers. Okay, this is, multiple servers. This is web server, FTP server, SMTP server. This is FTP server. Now in your LAN side, you have computers. Okay, these are computers. LAN PC, LAN computers. And you have some company confidential server this side. So we have only LAN and WAN. Jaswinder, Suresh, Pradeep. Now into this scenario, if you want to allow some traffic from WAN side, so you have a firewall, so you can configure what? Policy, right? Everyone? You can configure, how to configure policies are different tasks, but my point is you can configure policy to allow your traffic. In policy, what you can define? In policy, you can define source IP, destination IP, service or protocol. As per your policy, yes, this outside machine can access this web server, can only communicate with this web server. Praneeth, clear my point?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now,
so this is the policy that we are creating, that this outside can only communicate with the web server, not anything else.
Yes, as per your policy configuration, right?
Policy,
But now the point is, this traffic is initiated or this traffic is coming from untrusted network, right? This traffic is coming from public network. Suresh, this traffic is initiated from untrusted network. So it may be possible this traffic can try to compromise other devices, right? It may be possible.
Yeah.
Because traffic is coming from untrusted network. So it may be possible. That's why what we can do, we can put these servers. Okay, these servers are allowed for public user. So I'm not putting in LAN. Okay, I'm creating a separate zone here. Okay, it's called DMZ. You can give any name. It's just a name, Praneeth. Suresh.
Okay.
You can give your name, no problem. It's just a name. DMZ is just a name, technical word, okay? Just a name. So you can create your DMZ zone, switch. You can put your web server, FTP server, SMTP server here this time.
Okay, so
So
what
these
you're
servers
saying
are
is,
publicly allowed for outside users.
okay,
So this
yeah, I
time,
got it.
you are creating your policy. As per your policy, traffic is going to hit on your public facing interface and your firewall will redirect this traffic on web server. So
Okay,
this
it's just a
network, this
zone.
LAN network is right now secure, right?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, got it, sir.
So it's a simple concept,
Simple.
DMZ.
Okay.
In DMZ, we can put all servers. Okay, these servers are publicly allowed for outside user.
Yep.
Jaswinder, Suresh, clear? Suresh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move on topic. Okay, so next topic is what? High availability. High availability is what? In Fortinet, you can say high availability. In Palo Alto, you can say high availability. In Checkpoint, you can say clustering. In Cisco, you can say failover concept. Okay, so for example, I have a firewall device. Firewall device. This portion is LAN portion. We have some computers, and this side is your outside network, ISP side portion. Into this topology, everything is working fine. Okay, we have port number 2, port number 1. Everything is working fine into this topology. So we have IP address configuration on LAN interface, on WAN interface. Okay, we have policy, we have NAT, we have routing. So traffic is traveling. Traffic is traveling through this firewall device. Everything is working fine. Okay, so into this topology, we have a single firewall box. In case if this box goes down, then you will lost your connectivity, your LAN user, they cannot go on internet site. So for backup or for high availability, we can add one more firewall device here. So this is firewall box 1. This is firewall box 2. So for high availability, you can say, for failover concept, you can say, for backup plan, you can add one more firewall. Now this is switch to, here we have switch to ISP portion. Okay, this is your LAN portion. So now second firewall box we are using for high availability. If you are working with high availability, so we have two mode. Active passive high availability. Active high availability. In between firewall box 1 and firewall box 2, we are using a link. It's called failover link, or you can say HA link, high availability link. So if you are working with active passive, one firewall is actively manage your traffic. One firewall is an active firewall device, and second firewall box is a passive firewall device or standby firewall device.
Like a primary, secondary.
Yes, primary, secondary, you can say. Now, through HA link, firewall box 1 is sending hello packet to firewall box 2. Hello, I am active. So traffic is traveling through active box. If active goes down, and firewall box 2, he is not getting any hello packet through HA link because this firewall box 1 down. So he will change his mode, and this box is now become active, and traffic is automatically traveling via firewall box 2. Automatically. I will show you in practice. So in active passive, you can utilize only one firewall box into your high availability cluster. Only one firewall box. If you have 4 firewall box into your high availability cluster, Suresh, one firewall is active, and rest 3 firewall device are passive firewall device. Clear my point?
Yeah.
If you want to utilize all the firewall box into your cluster, if you want to utilize all your firewall box into your high availability cluster, so you can go with active concept. In active concept, you can use all your firewall device as a active appliance in active cluster. So some traffic is traveling via active box, other traffic is traveling via firewall box 2. So you can utilize both the firewall device. Right now I'm giving you the idea, but we have a proper discussion. Okay, what is HA port? Okay, we can discuss some other scenario here. So only this high availability will take minimum 2 to 3 hours to discuss. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
So this is just a introduction session today. Okay, topic discussion. We will start our topic from tomorrow. And our timing is, everyone, our timing is 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Clear my point? Please share your email ID in WhatsApp group. I'm sharing this session recording, slides and notes, and lab setup software. Okay, guys?
Thank you very much.
Please connect tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye.
Okay, let's start our discussion now. Praneeth, Suresh. Everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before start Fortinet Firewall device, let's talk about what is firewall device. Suresh, what do you think about firewall?
Firewall is the network security.
Firewall is
Network security and
network. Okay.
and the features of network cyber security.
Voice
Malware
is not
security.
clear, Suresh. Can you use any headphone or earphone something? Jaswinder, can you hear me? Pradipta, can you hear me, dear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, Suresh.
Yeah, networks of the security among the networking. Network security means from outside is threat security
Okay.
and virus security malwares.
Okay.
Can secure our network, our organization.
Pradipta, you? What do you think about firewall? Any idea?
Sir,
What is firewall? Any idea? Jaswinder,
yes.
Praneeth?
It's a security device which work in layer 4.
Which work on layer 4. Okay. Okay. It's also work on layer 3. Pradipta.
So
Okay.
hardware and software device, a firewall prevents to get attacked from the outside world.
Mm-hmm. It can prevent attack from outside the world, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's start our discussion, everyone. So firewall is just like a router. Remember always. Suresh, firewall is just like a router. For example, you can configure routing on router device. You can configure on firewall, no problem. NAT, you can configure on router. You can configure on firewall device. VPN, virtual private network, yes, you can configure on router. You can configure on firewall. So you can see everyone, firewall is just like a router. Okay, but in firewall, we have some advanced option, some advanced feature, which router cannot provide you. Okay, so you can say firewall is a system or group of system that can manage access between networks. Between network means what? LAN network, WAN network, and DMZ network. Okay, so firewall is a system that can manage access between networks. So this LAN network is what? Your private network, right, everyone? What about WAN? It's your public network. It's your public network. What about DMZ? Demilitarized zone. It's just a name, everyone. Demilitarized zone. Where we need DMZ? Any idea? Where we need DMZ zone?
If something is shared by your organization to outside network, it's like FTP, like server.
FTP server. Okay, see, we can create a separate zone, everyone. Okay, and we can put all our servers, and these servers are allow for outside user. Okay. So we can create DMZ portion, we can create WAN, we can create LAN option. So these options are available in firewall. In firewall, you can go with these terms: LAN, WAN, and DMZ. Now, let's talk about firewall common technique. Okay, if you are working with any firewall device, in market we have multiple vendors for next generation firewall feature, like Fortinet. Fortinet is what? Fortinet is a next generation firewall device. We have other vendors, right, everyone? Like Palo Alto. Palo Alto is a different vendor. Cisco FTD is a different vendor. Checkpoint. Checkpoint is a different vendor. So we have multiple vendors in the market for next generation firewall feature. So now we are talking about some common feature. Common feature here. So first common feature is stateful firewall technique. Stateful firewall technique. This technique is used by any next generation firewall device or any firewall device. Like Cisco ASA is a second generation firewall. Okay, so this firewall is using this stateful firewall technique. So what is stateful firewall device technique? What is stateful? Remember always, everyone, router is a stateless device. Okay, router is a stateless device and firewall is a stateful device. So what is a stateful means? Okay, so let's talk about a scenario. Here we have a firewall device. Okay, let's take Cisco for example. Cisco ASA firewall I have. If you are working with Cisco ASA firewall, so remember always Cisco ASA works with a concept is called security level. Security level concept. In Cisco ASA firewall, if you connect this interface with LAN portion, okay, here you have LAN side, LAN computer. This portion is what? Your outside ISP portion. So in Cisco ASA firewall, if you go onto this interface, 0/0 interface, and if you type this predefined keyword is called inside, INSIDE. This is predefined keyword in Cisco ASA firewall. If you type this keyword onto this interface, so this interface will get security level 100. Security level 100. So security level range is in between 0 to 100. What about this interface, this 0/1, this public facing interface? Onto this interface, if you type anything, your name, my name, not inside, okay? Anything like outside. I'm using this keyword outside. So this interface will get security level 0 automatically. Why we are creating this scenario? Our topic is what? Stateful firewall discussion. This is our topic. So to understand stateful firewall, we are creating this topology. So we are working with Cisco ASA firewall. Onto this interface, we have security level 100. Onto this interface, we have a security level 0. This side, we have a server. This side, we have a server, for example, 8.8.8.8. This inside machine, this 192.168.10.10 is trying to communicate with this, outside server. So in Cisco ASA firewall, everyone, we have a default concept. And what is default concept? Traffic is by default allowed from higher security level to lower security level. By default. Jaswinder, Pradipta, Praneeth, Sunesh, no need to create any policy, but only in Cisco ASA. Clear my point?
Yes.
Only in Cisco ASA. No need to create any rule. You can just put a firewall device in your network. You can connect LAN portion, LAN cable. You can connect WAN portion. Okay. So by default, traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. No need to create any policy rule. So now my point is, this inside machine, this 10.10 is trying to communicate with this 8.8.8 with this outside server. So this traffic will go and hit onto this interface. So firewall can verify, okay, this traffic is coming from higher security level and trying to go to lower security level. And as per default concept, by default traffic is allowed. So traffic is traveling to outside. So when traffic is traveling through the firewall device, okay, with any firewall, ASA, Fortinet, Palo Alto, Firepower, okay, checkpoint firewall device. So if traffic is traveling through the firewall device, then firewall will maintain the state of connection in a table is called state table when traffic is traveling. So firewall will maintain this state of connection in state table. And what it maintain? It maintain source IP, source port number, destination IP, destination port number. This information I can show you in Fortinet firewall device. In our practical, I will show you this state table. It's a common table. It's available in every firewall device. So now, as per our discussion, our source IP is 10.10. So source IP is 192.168.10.10. Source port number, let's take a random port number 52,000. Destination IP is 8.8.8.8. Now destination port number, for example, is trying to access port number 443. So traffic is traveling, and when traffic is traveling through the appliance, through the firewall device, firewall will maintain the state of connection in state table. Perfect, no problem. Now what about return traffic? When 8.8.8 will give the reply. What about return traffic? So this return traffic will hit on to this 0/1 interface. And onto this interface, we have a security level 0. So traffic from lower security level to higher security level, everything is denied. Everyone clear my point? Traffic from lower security level to higher security level, everything is denied. So when traffic will hit onto this firewall device, what firewall can verify? Firewall will check this traffic information. Remember, always when any traffic will hit on any interface, firewall will check traffic information in a state table. So firewall can verify, okay, this traffic is from 8.8.8. Yes, I have entry. This reply packet is for 192.168.10.10. I have this entry. So firewall can identify this is reply packet. This traffic was initiated from inside network. It was initiated from inside network. And now this is what? It's just a reply packet. How it can say it's a reply packet? Because of state table information. So when firewall will verify, yes, I have information in state table, firewall will allow this traffic. Clear this concept? This is called stateful firewall technique. Praneeth, Pradipta, Jaswinder, Suresh. What is a stateful firewall technique? When traffic is traveling through the appliance, through the firewall device, firewall will maintain the state of connection in connection table, then forward traffic to the outside. When return traffic will come, firewall will check this traffic information in state table. If it is available, it's allow, otherwise drop. Clear, Suresh? Suresh, Jaswinder, Pradipta, Praneeth.
Yep.
This technique is used by any firewall device. It's used by any firewall device. And you can verify, like you are working with Fortinet, so you can check your session table, you can check your state table. Clear this technique? It's a common concept for any next generation firewall device. Now, next technique we have, it's called firewall mode. Firewall mode. So we can use our firewall device in two mode. It's a common concept for any firewall device. So first mode is what? L3 mode firewall. You can say L3 mode firewall, or you can say NAT mode firewall. You can say rooted mode firewall. And second option we have L2 firewall device. You can say transparent firewall. So we can use our appliance, we can use our firewall device as a L3 firewall, or we can use as a layer 2 firewall. So here, for example, I have a firewall device, and this firewall I'm using as a layer 3 firewall. So these interfaces are what? L3 interfaces. These interfaces are L3 interfaces. So you can configure IP address onto these interfaces. You can configure routing here, NAT, VPN, you can configure. And it's a next generation firewall. So yes, you can utilize next generation firewall feature. But in case if you are using this complete box, this complete firewall device as a layer 2 firewall or as a transparent firewall, so these interfaces are called L2 interfaces. These are what? Layer 2 interfaces. It's not a switch port, okay? It's a layer 2 interface. So you cannot configure IP address here. You cannot configure IP address onto these interfaces. You cannot configure routing, NAT, no, VPN, no. But it's a next generation firewall device. So you can utilize next generation firewall features. Clear my point? Same concept we have in other firewall vendor. Pradipta, Praneeth, Suresh, Jaswinder.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
the question is where we need layer 2 firewall. Okay, with layer 2 firewall, you can see everyone, we have limitation, right? We have limitation. We cannot configure routing. We cannot configure NAT. We cannot go for VPN connection. So where we can use our firewall device, our complete firewall box as a layer 2 firewall or as a transparent firewall. So let's discuss a scenario. So here I'm working in a routing switching network, okay? This is routing switching network. I have a router. This portion is your LAN portion switch. Okay, this side is public portion, public side network, ISP portion, you can say. So into this topology, we have two network segment, okay? This is what your LAN portion, LAN segment, LAN subnet. This portion is your WAN side network, WAN subnet. So into this topology, everything is working fine, okay? This inside machine is sending traffic to the switch forwarding traffic to the router, and based on routing table, router is forwarding traffic to the outside. So everything is working fine. Now here, I want to deploy as a network administrator, I want to deploy a firewall device here. Okay. I want to deploy a firewall device here. So if I'm using this box as a layer 3 firewall, if I'm using this firewall as a layer 3 firewall device, so these interfaces are what? L3 interfaces. If this box is a layer 3 firewall, it means each interface will participate in different subnet, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
If you are working with any L3 or router device, so each interface will participate in different subnet, everyone?
Yes.
So if you are using this box as a layer 3 firewall device, so now your existing subnet, my point is what? Your existing IP address scheme. Now your existing IP address scheme, you need to change. Now your single subnet is divided into two portions, different network. So my point is you need to change your existing IP address scheme. That is the issue. If you are trying to deploy a firewall device in a live network. Here. No problem. I want to deploy, so I can change. So you can change your IP address scheme, you can deploy, you can use it, no problem. But in case if you don't want to change anything, if you don't want to change any IP address scheme in your live network, or you can say, I want to deploy a complete next generation firewall in live network, and I don't want to change anything in existing network. So you can deploy your firewall box as a layer 2 firewall. If this firewall is a layer 2, so this interface is what? It's a layer 2 interface. So no need to configure IP address. So again, it's a single subnet. Again, it's a single subnet. Okay, this is, for example, port number 2. This is port number 3. You can give a name, okay? Port number 2 is a LAN interface. Port number 3 is a WAN interface. And to allow traffic from one interface to another interface, yes, you can configure policy. It's a next generation firewall, so you can utilize next generation firewall feature. So clear my point where we can deploy our layer 2 firewall box. Praneeth, Prajakta, Jaswinder, Suresh.
Yes, sir. Got it.
So in
Sir,
live,
so L2 in L2 there are no netting of only go through transparent mode.
yes, Prajakta, this is limitation you can see, okay? Limitation of layer 2 firewall device.
So all netting related work will be done by that routers.
Yes, yes. Netting, VPN, routing concept you can use here on route.
But in actually, for example, in ours, we have after ISP, we have one ISP router. Then after we implement that L3 as a
This is not ISP, this is your router, your company
Okay,
router, branch office router.
okay.
This portion is your portion, okay? This is your network portion, Prajakta.
Okay.
You can configure routing here, NAT, VPN connection, you can terminate. You can say you are sending filtered traffic to firewall.
Okay.
So layer 2 firewall, we have limitation. We cannot configure routing, NAT, VPN. So layer 2 firewall, we cannot connect with internet directly. That is the issue. But the good thing is what? If you are working, so in most cases, if you are working in an existing data center network, today, I want to deploy 10 firewall device, but I don't want to change anything in existing data center. So you can use your firewall device, you can deploy your firewall device as a layer 2 firewall or as a transparent firewall. I hope it's clear for everyone. I hope it's clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's move on. Fortinet firewall device. Okay, now, so in Fortinet, we have certification program like other vendor like Cisco. Like in Cisco, we have CCNA, right? CCNP. In Palo Alto, we have PCNSA, PCNSE. So we have different level of certification in every vendor. Like in Checkpoint, we have CCSA, CCSE. In Fortinet, it's called NSC program, Network Security Expert Certification Program. So we have 8 level of certification. We have 8 level of certification, NSC 1, 2, NSC 8. NSC 1, 2, 3. These 3 certifications are totally free. Totally free. You can visit to trading.fortinet.com. You can create your account. You can watch some videos, attempt some questions, and you can pass. It will take hardly 1 to 2 hours to pass these 3 certifications. Your training is related with NSC 4, how to work with FortiGate firewall device. FortiGate firewall device. So here you can learn how to work with firewall. After that, after NSC 4, you can go for high level of certifications, like you can go for NSC 5. In NSC 5, you can learn FortiManager and FortiAnalyzer. These are the separate product in Fortinet. You can go for NSC 6, you can see. NSC 6, 40 authenticator, 40 mail, 40 Wi-Fi, 40 WLC, wireless LAN controller. So these are what Fortinet product, Fortinet options. Then NSC 7, in NSC 7, you can go with enterprises firewall, or you can go with public cloud security. So multiple certifications we have right now. Now in Fortinet, we have a Fortinet changed their certifications. Now they have FCP certification, FCP or FCSS certification. What is FCP? Fortinet Certified Professional. So if you pass your FortiGate firewall certification, and one FortiManager certification, if you pass this Fortinet Firewall and FortiManager certification, you can become Fortinet Certified Professional. If you want to clear your Fortinet Certified Security Specialist certification, you need to pass 2 examinations. First, Enterprises Firewall, and second is Fortinet SD-WAN. So right now your focus is on how to work with firewall device. Now, so before deploy a firewall device in organization, you need to review some feature. Suresh, Jaswinder, Pradipta, Pradit. I'm a network administrator, okay? And today I want to buy a firewall device, or I want to deploy a firewall device. So before buy or before deploy a firewall device, you need to review some feature. Okay, which firewall is suitable? I'm not talking about Fortinet right now. I'm not talking about Fortinet. I'm talking about a common firewall feature. So you need to review before buy a firewall device. First, you can review architecture. So you need to know the architecture of each firewall device. Like if you go in Checkpoint firewall device, Checkpoint is what? It's a software-based firewall. Any idea about Checkpoint, everyone? Suresh, Jaswinder, Pradipta, Praneeth?
No.
Checkpoint is a software-based firewall. Okay, in Checkpoint, you can download Gaia operating system. You can visit on Checkpoint website. You can download this operating system. It's a free, no problem. You can download. And this operating system, like it's just like a Windows 7, Windows 10, Linux operating system, Windows Server operating system. So you can download this operating system and you can install in your laptop, in your desktop. So you can use your desktop or laptop as a complete firewall box, as a complete firewall device. Clear my point? This is Checkpoint architecture. Checkpoint is software-based firewall. If you talk about Palo Alto, in Palo Alto, we have a dedicated appliance with OS, with PAN OS. In Fortinet, we have a dedicated appliance with FortiOS. Okay, so you need to know the architecture of each vendor before deploy a firewall device. So prefer a software firewall that you can install on a new or existing PC like Gaia operating system, or you can go with dedicated appliance. Okay, you need to know the session, number of session. Like in case, for example, I'm working with Fortinet. So which firewall is suitable for my organization? For example, I'm working in an entry-level firewall. If I'm working in an entry-level firewall device, or if I'm working in a mid-range network. So you can see here we have FortiGate firewall series, entry-level firewall device, mid-range firewall device, high-end appliance, and you can go with JT space, 5,000, 7,000. So if I'm working in a mid-range network, like I'm working with 500 computers or 300 computers, I have too much load in my network. So I cannot go with entry-level firewall device, because each firewall has its own capabilities. It can support number of session, port information, you can say, firewall throughput you need to check. This is a small list, everyone. Suresh, Jaswinder, Pradipta, Praneeth, this is small information, okay? What you can do, you can visit on Fortinet website and you can download latest data sheet, latest firewall data sheet. In data sheet, you can get firewall information, complete information like firewall throughput, number of session it will support, port information. Clear my point, everyone?
Yes.
So I cannot go. My point is I cannot go with I cannot go with entry-level firewall device in a big organization because, for example, if you are working with Palo Alto Firewall 200, Palo Alto 200, it's an entry-level firewall device. It can support maximum 64,000 session. 64,000 session. So every firewall has its own capability, number of session it can support. So before deploy or before buy a firewall device, you need to first verify number of session, traffic information. VPN, in case in my organization, we are working with VPN connection. Okay, we are using site-to-site VPN. We are configuring remote access VPN. So can I configure this onto this vendor? Is it possible? Can I terminate VPN connection? Can I configure remote access on Fortinet? Is it possible? So you need to review this feature. Integration, can I integrate my firewall device with any server like mail exchange mail server or SharePoint collaboration server? Or in case if I have any remote authentication server, can I do integration? In case if I want to manage this firewall device with CLI or with graphical page, can I manage? Okay, I want to manage this firewall device through SSH, Telnet, SNMP. Is it possible? Can I manage this? So before buy a firewall device, you need to review these features. Okay, if I want centralized management for multiple firewall device, then multiple firewall device. For example, if you go in Palo Alto, everyone, if you go with Palo Alto vendor, so if you want to manage multiple Palo Alto firewall device, we have a centralized management concept. It's called Panorama. Panorama concept. Centralized management device. If you want to manage 10 firewall, 20 Palo Alto firewall device from a centralized location, you can manage. In checkpoint vendor, if you want to manage multiple checkpoint gateway from a centralized location, so you can deploy in your network checkpoint management device. If you want to manage multiple Cisco FTD, it's a Cisco next generation firewall device from centralized location, so you can deploy a Cisco FMC, Firepower Management Center. So like other vendor, in Fortinet, yes, we have centralized management option. In Fortinet, you can go with FortiManager device. FortiManager device to manage multiple Fortinet firewall. Not only Fortinet, okay? You can manage multiple Fortinet product. So yes, this option is available. In case if I want to configure high availability, I want to implement failover in my network. So is this feature is available? Is this option can I implement in Fortinet? So these are some basic feature you need to review before buy or deploy a firewall device in your network. Your focus is on Fortinet, okay? So you can see if you talk about Fortinet, but you can see everyone, we have multiple vendors for next generation firewall. Our focus is on Fortinet. So if you talk about Fortinet history, so Fortinet was founded in 2000 by two brothers, Ken and Michael. The company first product was FortiGate firewall device, but now we have multiple Fortinet product. These are Fortinet product. FortiGate firewall, Forti Wi-Fi, FortiManager, FortiSwitch, FortiAnalyzer, FortiCamera. Multiple Fortinet product we have. If you talk about default configuration on Fortinet, let's talk about default configuration. Okay, wait. Factory default setting, you can say. So in case if I have any high-end appliance or mid-range firewall device. So in high-end or mid-range firewall device, we can get dedicated management port. Yes, we have data interfaces, no problem. We have data interface. We can connect our LAN network, WAN network, DMZ network. We have data interfaces. But in high-end or mid-range firewall device, you can get a dedicated management interface. What you can do, you can connect your management PC, your laptop, your desktop. You can connect your management PC. By default, we have this IP address on management port. Same series of IP address you can configure here. By default on management port, these services are enabled by default. ping, HTTPS, and SSH. These protocols by default enable. So from management PC, you can verify your connectivity. You can verify your connectivity. You can access with graphical page. You can manage through CLI option. So in high-end or mid-range firewall device, you can get a management interface. But in case if you are working with any entry-level firewall device like Fortinet 30E, 60D, 90E, for example. So in entry-level firewall device, we have only data interfaces. Only data interfaces like port number 1, port number 2, port number 3, port number 4.
Firewall 300E, sir.
Sorry?
Firewall 300E, Fortinet 500E.
Fortinet 500.
300E.
300E. It's a, you can see here, you can verify. This is called mid-range firewall device. So you can get management port, Suresh. You can get, otherwise, no problem. Suresh, if you don't have management port, for example, so okay, you can use your port number 1 as a management port.
Okay.
You can use any interface as a management, but by default, on port number 1, only on port number 1, these services are enabled. Suresh.
Yeah.
So if you don't have management port, no problem. You can use your port number 1 as a management port. And by default, only these services are enabled on port number 1. Only on port number 1. So you can connect your management PC with port number 1. You can configure, you can take a console. You can take a console of this firewall device. You can configure IP address on port number 1. Same series of IP address you can configure. You can verify your connectivity because by default, ping service is enabled. So you can verify your connectivity. You can access with graphical page. You can access through CLI option. Clear my point?
Yes.
Suresh, Jaswinder, Pradipta, Praneeth.
Yes,
Default
sir.
username is admin and password is nothing. Let me show you. Wait. Let me show you this option. So I have a small topology, okay? I have only 2 devices, one FortiGate firewall box, everyone. Simple topology, one FortiGate firewall device and one management PC. Only 2 devices for basic configuration. So you can start your Fortinet firewall box. Okay, you can take a console. This is console page. Wait, I think I was using this firewall in other batch. So I need to reset this firewall device. Wait. Okay, so in case if you want to reset your firewall device, Fortinet firewall device, you can use execute factory reset command for default factory reset. Wait.
Sir, password breaking.
Yes, password break or I'm trying to erase all the configurations, Suresh. So now this is new firewall device. We have a small topology, one firewall, one management PC. Now, so you can log in, username is admin. This is console, everyone, console. It's not telnet, it's not SSH, it's a console. So you can go with username admin and password is nothing. You can press enter. Now you can set your password. 123, I'm using 123. Now you are in FortiGate firewall device. You can go with question mark. You can go with question mark. You can see these options are available. Config, get, show, diagnose, execute, alias, exit. Multiple options are available. Let's start with show command. So I want to verify interface information right now. So you can type show system interface. With show system interface, you can verify interface information. So here we have four physical interface: port number 1, port number 2, port number 3, port number 4. On port number 1, by default, you can verify everyone. By default, these services are enabled. Jaswinder, can you hear me? Praneeth, Pradipta, Suresh?
Yep.
Yes.
Only on port number 1, these services are enabled. If you verify, if you check on port number 2, nothing is enabled. Port number 3, nothing is enabled. See? But on port number 1, by default, these services are enabled. That's why you can use port number 1 as a management port. Now, by default, DHCP service is enabled on port number 1. So if you connect your port number 1 with any DHCP server, this interface can get IP address automatically. So you can go with DHCP option is by default enabled. Let's configure IP address on port number 1. I want to configure IP address on port number 1. So for any configuration, everyone, you can type config command. I want to configure interface. So config system interface is a command. You can go in interface mode. You are in interface mode. I want to edit port number 1. So you can type edit port number 1. Enter. You are in port number 1. I'm using set mode static command. Why? Because I want to configure IP address statically onto this interface. Static. Now you can configure IP address. Command is set IP. So as per our this small topology, I'm using 199 series of IP address into this management portion. Okay, so 199.199.199.199.1/24. If you want to allow any service here, so you can use set allows. Now you can type question mark. You can see multiple options are available. See. So I want to enable, for example, HTTP, HTTPS, ping, SSH, telnet. You can do this. Services you can enable. Now to save your configuration in FortiGate, you can type end command. Like in Cisco, we have WR. Okay, in Palo Alto, we have commit command. In Juniper, we have commit command. In Checkpoint, we have save config. Here we have what? End command to save your configuration, to live your configuration. Done. You can verify now, show system interface. So you can see, yes, we have IP address on port number 1 and service. Clear now, Suresh?
Yep.
Jaswinder, Pradipta, can we take a break for 5 minutes only?
Yes.
Everyone, let's continue at 10:55. Okay, please turn off your mic.